Around the world, the silent streets of abandoned towns and forgotten places tell stories of bustling communities that once thrived. These locations, often referred to as ghost towns, were typically deserted due to economic collapse, natural disasters, war, or resource depletion. Unveiling 10 remarkable ghost towns and abandoned places that continue to captivate historians, travelers, and adventurers. Before we begin, subscribe to Information Thin, share with explorers, and tell us your ghost town stories in the comments. Step inside, exploring places where history fell silent. Number 10. California Ghost Town. Bodie stands as one of America's best preserved ghost towns, maintained in a state of arrested decay by California state parks. Once a thriving gold mining town during the late 19th century, it housed nearly 10,000 residents at its peak. The town's decline began in the early 20th century as mining operations dwindled and residents sought opportunities elsewhere. Today, visitors can walk through the deserted streets and peer into buildings still furnished with original belongings. The harsh winters and remote location helped preserve Bodie's structures and artifacts over the decades. Number 9. Route 66 Ghost Town. Straddling the Texas-New Mexico border, Glen Rio once served travelers on historic Route 66 with gas stations, cafes, and motels. The town became obsolete when Interstate 40 bypassed it in the 1970s, redirecting traffic away from this once bustling stop. Abandoned buildings, including a post office, school, and several homes, slowly decay under the southwestern sun. The crumbling structures and fading road signs offer a poignant reminder of how transportation changes can reshape communities. Photographers and Route 66 enthusiasts frequently visit to document this symbolic piece of American highway history. Number 8. Japanese Island Fortress. Also known as Battleship Island due to its distinctive shape, Hashima Island operated as a coal mining facility from 1887 to 1974. The island once housed thousands of workers in concrete apartment blocks that were among the tallest in Japan when built. Mitsubishi Corporation developed the island's infrastructure, including seawalls to protect against typhoons. When petroleum replaced coal as Japan's primary energy source, the mines closed and residents evacuated quickly. The deserted concrete buildings now stand as decaying monuments to Japan's rapid industrialization and subsequent economic shifts. Number 7. Cyprus Resort Ghost Town. Once a glamorous Mediterranean resort area frequented by celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor and Brigitte Bardot, Varosha has stood empty since 1974. The Turkish invasion of Cyprus caused residents and tourists to flee, leaving the area under military control. Luxury hotels, apartment buildings, and shops remain frozen in time, their contents untouched for decades. The area is visible from nearby streets, but remains inaccessible to the public behind fences and military patrols. Nature has gradually reclaimed the coastal strip, with trees growing through buildings and wildlife inhabiting what was once a vibrant tourist destination. Number 6. Italian Hilltop Village. Perched on a hill in southern Italy's Basilicata region, Krakow's dramatic abandonment resulted from a series of natural disasters. Landslides in the 1960s made the ancient town structurally unsafe, forcing residents to relocate to a new settlement nearby. The town's striking position atop a 400-meter cliff had provided defensive advantages for centuries, but eventually contributed to its geological instability. Krakow's deserted stone buildings and narrow streets have since appeared in several films, including The Passion of the Christ. The town now serves as both a tourist attraction and a unique example of medieval architecture succumbing to natural forces. Number 5. French Martyr Village. This French village stands as a permanent memorial to one of World War II's worst atrocities. On June 10, 1944, Nazi soldiers massacred 642 inhabitants and destroyed the town before retreating from advancing Allied forces. After the war, French President Charles de Gaulle declared the ruins should remain untouched as a monument to the victims. A new village was built nearby, while the original ruins stand exactly as they were left, complete with rusting cars and household items. Visitors walk through the silent streets as an emotional reminder of the human cost of war and occupation. Number 4. Spanish Civil War Town. Belchite contains the ruins of a town destroyed during the 1937 Battle of Belchite in the Spanish Civil War. Rather than rebuilding on the same site, Francisco Franco's government preserved the ruins as a war memorial and constructed a new town adjacent to the old one. The shattered buildings still bear bullet holes and artillery damage, preserved exactly as they were after the fighting ended. The site has been used as a filming location for movies like Pan's Labyrinth due to its authentic wartime appearance. Guided tours explain the historical significance while respecting the memory of those who died in the conflict. Number 3. Amazon Failed Settlement. In the late 1920s, Henry Ford established this Amazonian town to secure a source of rubber for his automobile company. The project failed due to poor planning, unsuitable growing conditions, and cultural clashes between American managers and local workers. Ford invested millions in infrastructure, including houses, a hospital, school, and processing plant, all now being reclaimed by the rainforest. The settlement was abandoned in 1934 when synthetic rubber made the operation unnecessary. Today, the decaying structures serve as a striking example of ambitious industrial projects failing to account for environmental and social realities. Number 2. Arctic Mining Town. This Soviet-era mining settlement on a Norwegian archipelago was suddenly abandoned in 1998 when the state-owned coal company withdrew funding. Workers left so quickly that personal belongings, documents, and equipment remain exactly where they were left. The extreme Arctic climate has preserved the buildings remarkably well, including the world's northernmost statue of Lenin. Russia maintains a small caretaker presence, offering guided tours of the hauntingly intact facilities. The town's name means the Pyramid, derived from the triangular shape of the nearby mountain that contained the coal deposits. Number 1. Ancient Nabatean City. Though not a ghost town in the modern sense, Petra represents one of history's most famous abandoned cities. The Nabateans carved this magnificent city directly into rose-colored sandstone cliffs, creating an elaborate trading hub that flourished until the 4th century AD. Changing trade routes and earthquakes eventually caused residents to abandon the spectacular structures. The city remained unknown to the Western world until its rediscovery in 1812, having been preserved by the dry desert climate. Today, Petra stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, attracting visitors to its breathtaking rock-cut architecture.